So Dabo, I believe, made a comment at his news conference that they're evaluating all positions. He was, of course, asked about the quarterback, and that's the reason he made that statement. But as you've talked about many times, it would be one thing if they had another viable option at quarterback, or if they had just a ton of quarterbacks, but they're thin at the position, and it's not like they've got some veteran presence there that, okay, if we go hand it to this guy, we're going to get this, or some super stud. It's just a thin position. And do you really think that they're going to go in another direction?
No, I have a hard time believing they're going to turn to Tyson Pumachan at this point. I mean, if they thought he was the better option, we'd have seen that move made already. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I didn't think Tyson Pumachan looked any better than DJ in the 2 series he played the other day. He had the one good throw and the one good run, but overall, he averaged 3-point-something yards per attempt. He was way off on a deep ball. They caught a run play for him on 3rd and 10, and he ran the ball the wrong way. People's killing the coaching staff for calling that running play on that 3rd and 10, but what they called was actually open. If he runs it the right way, he's picking up at least 7, and you're dealing with a 4th and 3. In the 4th quarter, down 7 or whatever, down 10 or whatever it was. But yeah, I think there's no better option right now, especially if you still think that DJ can get this thing turned around. You don't want to pull him and just kill what confidence he has left, because I don't think he's got a whole lot right now. He does not look like a guy that's playing with a whole lot of confidence. He doesn't look like he trusts his eyes. He doesn't look like he trusts his offensive lineman. He definitely doesn't look like he trusts those receivers. And I'm sure on some part they don't trust him either. He's been so inaccurate at times. I mean, I just don't see them making that switch. I could see Pumachan playing some, but I don't see them benching DJ in favor of Pumachan. Like you said, it'd be different if Cade Klubnik was here right now and he's your guy of the future. You can turn to him, but I kind of expect Pumachan to transfer after the season. He's on pace to graduate. I'm sure he wants to go somewhere and play. This is his 3rd year. If he gets graduated, I fully expect he's going to be gone. And I still think, listening to these coaching staff, they still fully believe in DJ, and I think they're going to stick with him for now.
Uiagalelei, 12 of 25 for $128, 2 interceptions. So the one interception was on the shovel pass. The other interception, if I recall, was down the right sideline. He either badly threw the pass or he was expecting a back shoulder fade in the receiver to kind of stick and stay right there, is what I saw out of that, at least.
It was not a well. It wasn't Tony Elliott said today it wasn't a well thrown pass. It was off target. She also got a receiver that didn't put up no fight for the ball. I mean, it's another.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's another recurring theme with this, group of receivers. It goes well beyond the drops. They haven't shown any physicality at all. They're easily beaten physically. They don't create any separation. In years past, we've seen Clemson receivers take pride in their blocking. These guys, a lot of them, to me, don't even look like they're making the effort at times. I mean, that's what's keeping Ajo off the field. His blocking is horrendous. I mean, he can't even block a simple wide receiver screen. He looks like he don't even know who to block. But I've seen Justin Ross be lackluster with his blocking at times this year, though I thought it was better on Saturday. I mean, but at times it's been lackluster. And it's been, the same thing with Joseph Ngata and some of those other guys. The blocking is just not on the perimeter, it just hasn't been what it has been in recent seasons. And for a team that likes to attack the perimeter the way Clemson does with those bubble screens and those wide receiver screens and stuff, if you're not blocking on the perimeter, you're in trouble.
In terms of making plays downfield, in terms of volume of catches and receptions, couple 100-yard games, Joseph Ngata was, in a sense, the number one guy. Of course, he missed this game. Do you have any idea on his prognosis when he's going to be back?
Yeah, they think that he's going to get back this week. Him and E.J. Williams both. E.J.'s still dealing with that thumb injury. He wants to play through it, put the surgery off. He's got to have surgery. He wants to put it off till after the season, but he's also been dealing with a leg injury of some kind. Might have been a knee. I can't remember for sure, but he's been out the last couple of weeks. I think he definitely missed a Pitt game. He didn't play much at all if he played any against Syracuse, but I think they're expecting both those guys back this week, and they need them, because there's a lot to like about the freshman Bo Collins and Dakari Collins. I kind of been wanting to see more of both of those guys this year. And we talked to Bo this morning, and he said he's comfortable playing both spots on the outside. But he, like the rest of the receivers, he says he's got to be better at finishing plays. He's got to be better at catching the ball. He dropped a touchdown pass in that game the other day. He says he's got to be better with his blocking on the perimeter. It's just a common theme in the wide receiver room this year. Is the play has just not been at the caliber we've become accustomed to seeing. And Tyler Grissom's starting to take a lot of heat. He's in his second year coaching the receivers, and with what we've seen, deservedly so. It's still a small sample size. It's hard to say it's all on him, but with the way these receivers have played, he's bound to take some criticism over it.
Yeah, they got into a situation to where they had Will Brown on the field for the first time. He caught a pass. They threw it out to him. He ducked a few guys, made a few moves, and got a first down.
Yeah, they have had no luck with slot guys this year. Brandon Spector was supposed to be the top slot guy. I think the plan was him and Ross to share the duties in the slot, move Ross around more than they have. But Spector's been out all season. Then, Will Taylor's a guy they're going to end up moving to the slot. After Bubba Chandler leaves, you got to leave him in the quarterback room for sure this year, at least a year. And then Troy Stellato came in. He's a freshman. He didn't enroll early. Came in, got hurt at the beginning of fall camp, missed all of install. He's been behind ever since. And so Clemson's just not had that smaller, shifty guy on the field that, like an Amari Rogers type or a Hunter Renfro type guy. And in the last couple of weeks, it's had to be Will Brown because even I think Drew Sweeney's even dealing with an injury. Dabo's son, who plays in the slot a little bit too, he's dealing with an injury, if I'm not mistaken.